Shalom. First and foremost, I'm going to give all glory and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone who teach and rule well. And peace and salutations to the Lord's elect and the 1/3. Shalom to this true, sincere man out there feeding the sheep of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai. Shalom to the 12 tribes of Israel, which includes you Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and you Israelite foreigners who will look like the heathen, right? Those who goes back to the seed line of Jacob, right? It's about your lineage, not skin color. Lord willing, this will be an edifying lesson. This is the book of Matthew 10 and 22. It says, "You shall be hated of all men for my name's sake, but he that endureth to the end shall be saved." Right? We're going to be hated by these fucking people, man. You know, we're not supposed to be loved by this world, man. You know that's why your coworker might not like you, right? Your wife might leave you. Your family might hate you, right? You know, in school, people don't like you, right? Maybe except for a few sincere people. You know, that's because, we're going to be hated by this world, man. We're not going to be fucking celebrities, right? We're not going to be, we're not supposed to be, superstars, right? We're going to be hated, right? Because right now, the society we live in, right, they promote wickedness, right? This book of Isaiah 5 and 20. Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil, that put darkness for light and light for darkness, and put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter, right? You got these rappers, man. They promote adultery, right? How many how many niggas' wives they can sleep with, right? They promote murder, right? They fucking promote, doing cocaine and smoking all sorts of substances, witchcraft, right? But when you talk about Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, you're given like these crazy looks. People don't want to hear about Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, right? It's because these people they like wickedness, and they're gonna be cut off. Like 2/3 are gonna die on this side, and they're gonna get destroyed by a nuclear fire. So fuck them, man. Or that these people hate us, man. Another thing is, something in these people's spirit, they know that the Lord is actually dealing with you, right? So they envy us, right? They secretly don't like us, right? And we're gonna bring that out. This is 2 Esdras 2 and 28. It says, "The heathen shall envy thee, but they shall be able to do nothing against thee, said the Lord." Right? These other nations are heathens, man, including these 2/3. They're also fucking heathens, man. That's why, you might be somewhere, fucking motherfuckers just giving you weird looks for no reason. You'll say hi to somebody, right? You say hi, you might not even be friends with them. You'll just say hi to them, right? They don't even say anything, man. They just give you this evil look on their face. They just have this evil stare, right? And that's because these people are they're heathens, man. There's something in their spirit. Well, they're demons, man. They got demons on them, that hate us, man. Right? The scriptures say, we wrestle not against flesh and blood, right? But principalities and rulers in high places, right? There's things that you can't see with the naked eye that are controlling these people, man. That are controlling, that try to attack you, right? You get wicked thoughts, man. Those are fucking demons, man. Until we get those new spiritual bodies, we're gonna just have to endure these temptations, right? But we're gonna be hated by these fucking people, man. Don't think you're gonna be all friends with them, sitting at the dinner table, having a good fucking time at the dinner table, right, with your fucking family and your future grandchildren, because that shit's not gonna fucking happen. That shit's not gonna happen. Going knowing how this world where this world is heading, knowing where this world is heading, right? This book of Jeremiah 10:2. It says, "Thus said the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them." Right? "For the customs of the people are vain, for one cutteth a tree out of the forest, the work of the hands of the workman with the axe. They deck it with silver and with gold. They fasten it with nails and hammers." That's talking about that fucking Christmas tree, right? And these fucking holidays that these fucking devils celebrate, Why the fuck are we going to be around these people? And, the thing is, man, once you start mentioning, which once they find out you don't celebrate these holidays, right, they start hating on you all of a sudden, right? And, I'll say this, during 2020, that was a big, IQ test for a lot of people to see whether they're really, what's the word, circumspect, right? A lot of people took that shot, man, and they, most of them that took that shot, they haven't been acting the same since, right? You can tell they're angrier, right? A lot of them are having breathing problems, heart attacks, fertility problems. A lot of them have psychological problems, right? You even see some reports saying that whole jump shot was causing people to take their own life, basically, right? Causing them to stop believing in the Lord, right? Whole lot of bugged out fucking shit from those needles. But besides the point, right? These people, they really fucking hate us, man. Once you wake up to this truth, right? Start calling the name Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai, they will hate you to a whole different level, right? All of a sudden, they start not hanging out with you, right? They start, they start doing some wicked shit behind your back, and that's all from the Lord, man, because the Lord is separating us from these fucking people, right? This is John 15:19. It says, "If you were of the world would love his own. But because ye are not of the world, but I have chosen you out of the world, therefore the world hateth you." Right? Your woman will hate you. Your kids might hate you. Random little kids will fucking hate you, man. Right? Random fucking men. Your teacher might fucking hate you. Right? You'll go to the front desk of a building, an office, and you give someone, I remember I gave this lady, like, in school, like, I gave this lady, like, a $10 bill, and it was like, she's like, you don't give me this, like, you crumbled it up the wrong way, just stupid bullshit, man, just, like, fucking, like, just making up shit to fucking get mad at you, right? And then someone else walks in, and then they're like, "Oh, how's it going, how you been, you have a great day." Right? It's because these people, man, on their spirit, they just fucking hate us, man. I'm gonna read it again. It says, "If ye were of the world would love his own. But because ye are not of the world, but I have chosen you out of the world, therefore the world hateth you." Right? And we're gonna get beamed up out of this fucking world too, man. We're just spiritual vessel in a temporary flesh. Right? We're not even supposed to look like what we look like right now. We actually have a completely different body, right? Completely different archetype, right? We're gonna leave this shitty old flesh behind, right? Or we're gonna be immortal, and we're gonna be ruling over these people, right? So there's hope. That's our hope. Our hope, man. That's. If that's the great thing, man, about this truth. Once you come to this truth, you realize, people will hate you, but there's a reward, right? Ultimately, that reward is salvation, which goes into being saved out of being taken out of this earth, right, and getting beamed up into those chariots, and getting that new spiritual body, right? Because that's what salvation is. And there were multiple salvations in the past, right? Like, for example, us getting salvation out of Egypt, right? Getting taken out of Egypt, getting taken out of captivity, right? Now we're going to, the next go around, Lord willing, the Lord is going to gather up his elect, and, hopefully we are a part of that number, right? And, that's why you can't be around these people, man, because they waste your time. They suck up your energy, right? You might be on the phone with a dude for 30 minutes, right? Or an hour or 2 hours. And then all of a sudden you feel like, damn, I fucking wasted my time with this guy. Like, what the fuck am I doing? I could have done a lesson. I could have done a video, right? I could have watched a brother's video, reposted a brother's video, right? And you just wasted your time talking to these fucking wallflower, people that do fucking nothing all day, man, right? And you even got some people that they know about the truth, right? They know about Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, but they really don't believe that shit's gonna hit the fan, in these next couple of, in this short time period, right? Because, we don't know the day or the hour, but, we're measuring the time diligently to where, Lord willing, it's this year. And if not next year, shit really goes down. But we hope it's this year, right? There's weeks where, there's years where nothing happens. And then there's weeks where years happen, right? There's a quote like that or something like that. But that's also relating to this, right? Book of Ezekiel 12 and 27. It says, "Son of man, the people of Israel are saying," he's talking about the distant future, "his visions won't come true for a long, long time. Therefore tell them, this is what the sovereign Lord says. No more delay. I will now do everything I have threatened. I, the sovereign Lord, have spoken." Right? So these people, that's why you got these false prophets, man, saying, the end of the world, man, it's going to be another 1,000 years from now. It's going to be another 30, 50, 60 years from now. I don't think we'll have that in our lifetime. Right? But, if you're really paying attention to these scriptures, to paying attention to the prophecy, that shit's really about to go down, man. Shit's really about to go down. You have, AI, artificial intelligence, right? It is the most sophisticated it's ever been. Yeah, jobs, right? Americans are living in their cars. People can't afford for anything anymore, right? You have uproars of the people, riots, right? You have wars and rumors of war, and most importantly, you have that RFID microchip, aka the Neuralink, aka the mark of the beast, right? And it's getting put into production already. People are already taking that shit, man. So what the fuck are you people talking about, right? These people, man. You gotta just tell them once and then tell them twice, right? I believe that's mentioned in the book of Titus 3 and 10. They're really, and ultimately, man, these people, they really don't want to hear us saying these prophecies. They get actually mad at us and the prophets, which we are the prophets of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, right? They get mad at us, man, for telling them that their world's about to end. Because they might have a good life, and they might have a woman, they might have a nice house, a nice car, right? And I believe Elder Apostle Tahar, he said, one of his camps, he said, when you have a woman and you have, a woman cooking for you and having sex with you, hell doesn't seem that bad after all, right? And a lot of these people, they're living in fucking hell, but they got their woman, so they're satisfied with just staying in this fucking shithole, right? They don't even care about shit hitting the fan, man. You know, they don't even care about these prophecies, man. That's why you gotta avoid these people. You know, fuck them, man. Because when that hour of temptation happens, you know, these same people, a lot of them are gonna take that chip, right? And I just wanted to say that too, right? And yeah, you know, Lord willing, this was an edifying lesson. I'm going to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, Bashim Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone who teach and rule well. And peace and salutations to the Lord's elect. Shalom.